What's up, everyone? What's up? So, I've been doing these lives for a little bit now, and I kind of like them. These are prompts, maybe debate ideas, right? You could prove me wrong or agree or disagree kind of type of live, right? So I have a few ideas, a few, topics. See if you guys disagree or agree with me on. I also wanted to say that if you guys would want to give any ideas, that would be helpful, right? Put it in the comment section down below. Any good topics you think that would be spicy to talk about, controversial to talk about, fun to talk about. Definitely down for any unique ideas out there. Gregory, what's up? What's up? Well, what can you think of? I'm down for any other questions, right? If you have any other questions, because you said stupid question. Which one? I mean, there are multiple prompts, right? But I'm always down for if you have any ideas, you think anything will be juicy to talk about. I'm always down for it. Please either leave a comment or hopefully I see it in the chat. What is that? What's up, Danny? What's up? Are you a Skittles? I don't know what that is. What's up, everyone? Just if you guys are bored, right? It might, if you guys are bored, might have some fun going back and forth with some topics. Trust in the Lord. Okay, awesome. Colorful like the rainbow. If you mean part of the alphabet community, no, not part of the alphabet community. Oh man, well, sorry to disappoint you, my brother. Sorry to disappoint you. Crumbs. They're just debate topics, prompts, any, if you want to have a conversation, have a debate on any of the topics you see, if you're bored, it might be fun to go back and forth a bit. Nah, I still pay for dates. Brad, I mean, it's all good, right? Again, doesn't mean that, you don't choose what to do in your life. You want to be traditional, you could be traditional. Because women don't need men. That's the thing. Women do. The phone you're using, the internet you're using, is created and maintained by men. The house you're living in, created, maintained by men. You are sexist. Maybe I am. East Boston. You need men. And this is the thing, right? I'm not saying that men don't need women, right? Men do. But there's no argument there, right? Men are not out here screaming to the rooftop that they don't need women. Women are the ones who say they don't need men. Because even look at your comment. Yeah. But men can make them. They can, but they don't. They can, but they don't. And two, I mean, another thing, they don't invent it. Women didn't invent phones. They didn't invent the car. They didn't, they didn't create shelters. Women didn't invent it. They probably could do it, but they haven't proven to. So you could say they could do it. Doesn't mean they're able to do it or have done it. But it still doesn't change the fact of history, right? No one needs anyone. That's a lie. That's a lie. Because look at this, right? The electricity you use, the water you drink, is maintained by someone. Guess who's maintained by? Men. Okay? Guess who's creating and maintaining electricity for you? Yeah, she didn't create everything. And again, one woman does not make, human history. I don't know about all this, bro. You might not. What do we need women for other than procreate? I mean, I think women hold a lot of things, right? I mean, women are great caregivers. All right? Women are good at understanding people. I mean, great. I mean, women educated. I mean, yes. But it doesn't mean that, even if you taught someone math, and that said person you taught math, learns to code, whatever, a website doesn't necessarily mean that, that woman created a website. But still, that doesn't negate the need of women too. I agree. We need women. Dizzy. What's up? Again, I don't see, listen to the thing where people gotta understand, men are not out here saying they don't need women. In general, men are not out here saying they don't need women. Yet women are the ones out here spewing that crazy, that they don't need men. So it's not the other way around. Yeah, but without your father, you wouldn't be here. Whether you are grateful of that or not, it still doesn't change the fact that without your father, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be gracing my stream with your presence. So, I would feel bad for that. Right? LM, you wouldn't be gracing my stream without your presence. So, that's a benefit. They can't be lesbians. Alex, they can be lesbians, but there's no society that survives on lesbianism. Pie, thank you. Thank you for the love. Please like the stream. Hey, Love Food Reviews, what's up? Thank you for being here. Okay, without your mom, you wouldn't be here, so stop. Was I attacking women? I literally I said, we need women too. Nothing I said was an attack against women. Say what I said was an attack against women. What I'm saying is that women need men. That's not an attack against women. He needs some inward reflection. There's more to a relationship with a woman than... literally, I never said anything about, anyone's cat, right? Yes, you want someone that you can relate to. Literally, what? The future is lesbians. Well, that's a bleak future. I think it's hilarious when a woman says, I need a real man. And she has fake eyelashes, fake... Micho! I tried to be a lesbian, but I was afraid I'll become a domestic statistic. Dizzy, you are funny. B-show. The world would be noisy, but warmth you carry is rare. Don't lose it. Okay. I agree. Women do need men, but again, I don't counteract that men don't need women. Men do. Eric, they're great. Import your women and workers for birth style reasons, like the president. Okay. Dizzy, thank you. I do. I appreciate it. Becca, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Again, guys, I'm not saying that men don't need women, right? I'm saying the society level, men are not out here in general screaming or saying they don't need women. But women, for decades, for a long time now, for years, have been saying they don't need men. All right? That's the narrative of women. It's not the narrative of men. Men are not out here screaming, pushing that ideology that they don't need women. Legend, I think men need women for a lot more than just that, right? I think good women keep men grounded and sane. Netfish, I agree. A good woman backs her man no matter what. I agree. She gives him support. 100% Netfish keeps him leveled. 100% I agree. Breakfast at Tiffany, thank you for being here. I think you're so cute. I get what you're trying to do. You're trying to make a debate me page. I get it, I respect it, but you always have the most corny and like absolute point. Hell, if I'm corny, I'm corny. But it's just fun. Again, I'm not it's kind of like a debate me kind of thing, but I want to do is like more conversation, right? Why can't we talk? We don't have to be, absolute big time debaters like Destiny or Andrew Wilson to have a civil conversation with each other, right? Let's have a conversation with each other. Tiffany, I love it. Thank you. Legend, I do agree. Good women are not easy to find, right? They're like diamonds. Or what did I say, gold? I think gold is harder to find. Netfish, how women today are going to demand a 3-figure salary man. I think it's 6-figure salary man. When all she brings to the table is kids and debt. That is something. I'm saying like the last two things I've seen, it's the same. It's all valid stuff. Everyone agrees with you. No one's agreeing with me, right? No one agrees with me. I mean, like Tiffany, you are here. I know you don't agree with me on everything. I've had plenty of detractors, right? Hell, Tiffany, you're here. Proves me wrong, right? Proves you wrong that, you're here. No, I know, Netfish, I know what you mean. Kim West, why do you care what random women are demanding? You don't have it, so it's relevant. I don't have 6 figures. That's a lie. I do, but that's not the point, right? The point is that we have a conversation. Let's have a conversation, right? You're bored. I'm bored. If you're bored, I'm definitely bored. I'm doing nothing, just doing some exercising. So why not have a conversation while we're at it, right? Let's talk. Oh, Cam, oh, that's all good. I get it. I get it. But it helps out if you put the at, right? You put an at sign on someone's name, so they know that you're directed at them. Right? You do the at sign. You do the at sign, so it would show you. It would show you their username, and you could direct it towards them. Look at that, Tiffany. See, look at that. You agree too. You agree with me? It's never a terrible thing to agree with each other, but of course we don't agree with 100%. And that's good, right? Friends, Tiffany, I view you as a friend. All right? I love you. Thank you for being here. See? I respect that. I respect that. You agree for the most part, not fully. I respect that. I respect that. I respect the love. Right? Tiffany, wow, that's amazing. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. Tiffany, I would love if you tell me some conversations you disagree with. So I'll definitely put it in the prompt and let's have a back and forth. No, see, this is the thing where Kim West said, just like people call strong women the B words, I don't think people call strong women the B word. I think people call women that are the B word the B word. It's an attitude, right? I don't think being strong will be, would put you in the B word category. I think having an attitude, being cocky, being aggressive, combative, I think that will put you in the B word category. I've dated some strong women, right? I mean, like, hell, I've dated majority black women. They are not weak women, but they have attitude that goes along with it. So, it's attitude, not necessarily being strong. Netfish, I agree. We all have our failed relationships that are gonna make us look at other sex in a different light for sure. Yes, I mean, of course, it's hard to be unbiased, right? It's very hard to be unbiased. I particularly try my best to be, okay? I try to have an open mind, okay? I mean, like, yes, I have my opinions, but I try not to make my opinion so concrete, okay? I try to have as best as I can, an unbiased viewpoint, right? So I try my best, and I'm not perfect at it, but I try my best. At the very least, I try to not have such a narrow mind. I would at least have be open-minded to any different viewpoints. Tiffany, I love that. I think as a woman, you shouldn't be banging random dudes. It's beneath you. You shouldn't give so many people access to you like that. That's my opinion. That's my moral standard for myself. No, Tiff, that is a beautiful thing. More women nowadays need to think like that. I grew up there in a time where the old saying, women's bodies are a temple. Women's bodies are a temple. They're not the street. I love that. I think this is a thing where, in my honest opinion, feminism has ruined women in that respect, or in many respects, but that is one of them, right? The sexual liberation. I have another problem that women created situationships, hookup culture, and roster culture. So I didn't put that prompt in here tonight, but That's why. Well, that's part of the thing why I think modern feminism is pointless. It's ruining women. I don't approve of sex workers. I don't openly boycott it. I won't shun someone for doing it. I won't berate you for it, but you will never ever catch me doing it. Tiff, amazing. I love that. I mean, yes, you're an adult. Do what you think, but don't mean that you support it. Right? I particularly don't support it. Guys, please like the live. Please like the live. Show a little bit support for me. John, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Netfish, yeah, man. I want my woman to be a boss, but in the way that she thinks she's too good for other men to see her body. Like, that's for a man, for my man type shit. I agree. Oh, like, that's only for my man type shit. She knows she got it, but only for her man. I agree. I think this is the thing. I think hookup culture, situationships, has ruined women. I've talked to quite a few women, particularly younger women. Almost all of them have said that they've never been in a relationship, but they have multiple situationships. Literally, feminism is ruining women. It's ruined older women, and it's definitely ruined the newer generation of women. Feminism has ruined women, in my opinion. It's ruining definitely the newer generation of women. Right? It's like it's situationships galore. I don't think Bad Girls Club is cool. I have my very limited respect for all those girls on the show. Tiffany, don't get me started on reality shows. I hate reality shows. They show the worst of human beings. They show the worst of human beings, and I think they're just ratchet, terrible shit. Coffee lust. Your first 2 points are just wrong. Point 1, both genders need each other equally. Point 2, well, let's say this, right? Okay, point 2, feminism exists because of an imbalance in power that very much exists. Don't be ignorant. Here's the thing, right? Coffee lust, thank you for being here. Let's play. Let's have a back and forth. So, point 1, I never said that, like, two things can be true at once, right? My point 1, women need men. That is my point, but it doesn't counteract, right? Thank you for being here. It doesn't counteract that men need women. But here's my thing: for years, if not decades, men are not out here saying they don't need women, right? Men are not out here saying that they don't need women. But for years, for decades, women are pushing the propaganda that they don't need men. Right? We all have heard it. Strong, independent. I don't need no man. That is very common. Right? Very common with women. Very common propaganda. Right? That is pushed out. So, like I said, no man or most men, right? Majority of men are not out here spouting they don't need women. So that is point 1. You know, I never say that women and men don't need women. They do. We need each other. But women are the ones saying they don't need men. Now, point 2, modern day feminism, there is no imbalance of power. Okay? Now, I would agree with you if we're talking about when feminism started. Okay, I agree with you. Right? There was an imbalance of power. Although I think there was a reason for it, but fine. I could still agree with you that feminism existed because there was an imbalance of power. I mean, like I said, whether I think that was a good thing or not, that's another thing. That's another argument. But today, modern day feminism is pointless. There is no imbalance of power, right? There's nothing a man could do that a woman can't do. It's only about choice. So that's what I mean, right? So it is pointless. It's not about equality anymore. It's about gaining power. Kayla, thank you for being here. Kayla Roberts. Taking it personally is the funny part. I don't know if you're talking about me. I'm not taking anything personally. KC, the problem is that feminism has turned into a trendy commodity rather than a movement for women's empowerment in the Western society. Okay. Feminism has been co-opted and saturated by capitalists and liberals. Interesting. Interesting. I could see that. I could see that. Jocelyn, feminism wasn't introduced to empower women. It was to emasculate men and corrupt family union. I kind of agree with that. Snaps. Are we only talking about the United States? Yeah, we're only talking about the United States. I don't want to... yeah, we're only talking about the United States. Stephanie, thank you for being here. Have a good night, my sister. I love you. Thank you for subbing. Thank you for the support. Ha! This is a weak man thing. I don't. What about it? Please explain. Men feel this way when they feel really bad about themselves. Please explain. I don't really think that way, right? I don't feel bad about myself. You are the life of the party. Show us your girlfriend. What does that have to do with it, right? I currently don't have a girlfriend. But again, I don't believe if you have a girlfriend or not, it doesn't make your words more credible. Or, people shouldn't follow you just because you have a girlfriend. So what do you like about women? Women are amazing. All right? Women are amazing people. They are the, what is it? They are the heart of society. This is a thing where I've talked to many teachers, social workers, nurses. Okay, I've talked to many teachers, social workers, and nurses. The emotional tolls they deal with, it is amazing, right? The emotional tolls women deal with, right, when they are supporting, nursing, treating other human beings. I think women's strength is amazing, right? Because the women that handles like children cases, women that handles dysfunctional families, I think women, the emotional toll that women can handle is off the chart, right? I think it's too like I said to this social worker, right? I said to this social worker that when you are dealing with kids that, let's say, go hungry or get bullied, I'm like, that's crazy, because I feel like I might get violent, or I might butt in, right? I wouldn't be able necessarily to handle my emotions. So I think women are amazing at it. No, Root, thank you for being here. Anthony. There's a good app you should check out for other hustlers like yourself. Hustlers, I don't. If you're talking about me, I'm not trying to hustle. I'm just, again, if you're bored, I'm bored. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk. Let's chill. Let's hang out. Literally, I'm not begging for money, right? I'm not begging for money. I'm not really getting paid by YouTube, so I'm not hustling. I'm trying to connect with, other people, right? If you're bored, let's chat, let's have fun, let's talk. It's not the worst thing to talk to each other. Kayla, because men are terrible. Well, I'm sorry that you think that. I will never say that women, right, are terrible. Or I just don't believe all women are terrible. To say, men are terrible. I don't really agree with that. I.e. Democrats, women should be able to dress not traditionally, but still respectful. I don't like shorty shorts or crop top. Yeah, again, I don't really think that women are dressing that great for them now. You just did. When did I just say women are terrible? I said women are amazing. No, thank you. I love men and women. Got an amazing husband. Hop, I love that. I love that. That's amazing, right? Mad respect that you have a great husband. I don't think this is silly. I don't think this is silly. This is just for us to talk, right? What's wrong with having respectful, fun back and forth? Okay, if you're saying if I repeated what you said, right? If you're trying to say what I repeat what you wrote, then okay, fine. But I don't believe it. Dizzy, oh, I feel bad that you did, but you know, I'm sorry that you know, Dizzy. I love everyone, right? I love everyone. It's always a good thing to have a fun back and forth. Who is stronger, women or men? Men are stronger physically. Men are definitely stronger physically. Like, did we forget what dating is for? Star. I'm a bisexual woman who doesn't give a fuck about any of this shit. People should love who they love. I literally did. What did I say? Did I say that people shouldn't love anyone? Adventure America. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. What is your answer for men that don't struggle with women? They wouldn't need it. They wouldn't matter, right? For the men that don't struggle with women, why would they listen to anyone? Why would they have any kind of conversation? But again, it will never be a majority of men that don't struggle with women. It will never be a majority of men that don't struggle with women. Star. They're coming for me. They are, but it's good. It's all in fun, right? I tell you guys, I respect you guys, right? I respect you guys. I love you guys. Just for coming to this nobody stream, I respect you guys a lot, right? I'm a nobody, and you guys are wasting your time here. I thank you very much, right? I give a whole lot of thanks for you guys wasting your time here. Thank you guys for showing even the littlest amount of support. So thank you guys. Again, I figured if you guys are bored, let's have a chat. Let's have a chat. Right? Let's have a fun, respectful back and forth if you guys want. Right? I try to do this as often as I can, right? Different kind of prompts, questions, debate ideas, debate topics. Let's have a fun back and forth. News. Thank you. I love the agreeers. Please show your support. Please subscribe if you agree. Avocado, have you seen Madoka Magica? I've seen it, right? I've seen it. I haven't seen all of them because they have quite a few different animes of it. I've seen it. Yo, chill. Again, I agree. I think 50-50 should be the way. I think we should evolve. Thank you for support. Thank you for the support, News. I think we should adapt to a new way of life. I think 50-50, right? Both men and women contribute financially. Both men and women contribute to the household. And both men and women should contribute to raising their kids. Right? I believe they both should contribute as equally as possible. Netfish, I get it, right? Like, let's say me personally, I don't mind a traditional relationship. I'm saying in general, right? I think 50-50 is better for most people. I do agree. I think most people, we can't afford the income that's necessary for a traditional relationship. And I think most women can't handle the power dynamic of a traditional relationship. And I think most men can't handle the power of being a leader, right? So again, if you can handle it, if you can foster it, then all good. Liam, men need women. 100%. I agree. 100%. Two things can be true at once. I'm not saying that men don't need women. I'm not saying that men don't need women, right? The problem is, for the last couple of decades, right, men are not out here saying they don't need women. It is women who are saying they don't need men. My life became much easier when I departed from men. Anna, I understand that. But you gotta think, right? Your life became easier when you departed from the bad men that you came across. I think your life may be easier if you came across a good man. Now, that's within reason, right? Maybe it won't. Maybe it won't happen. Maybe it could. Majority of men struggle because their lack of knowledge of self, not knowing how to talk to women, and keeping women in their feminine as a male issue more than anything. I mean, I don't disagree that men struggle. Men struggle with a lot of things, right? I don't disagree with that. I'm not taking away from men need to improve. Men do need to improve themselves. So I don't disagree. Liam, that's what I said, right? They do need men. Like I said, men are not out here saying they don't need women. Vegito. I love that name. Love that name. Men need women, women need men, and I need the Black Friday deals. 100%. We need better Black Friday deals. The Black Friday deals in recent years suck. We're not getting things at crazy discounts anymore. That sucks. We're not getting things at crazy discounts anymore. You can think that all you want. That don't make you right. I'm not saying, right? Whether I'm right for your life or not, that's up to you. I mean, I think, this is a thing where I have another prompt, right? And Anna, I have another prompt that I think we should support women to be single forever. I'm a big supporter. If you've never seen my content, I've said this many times. I support women being single forever. I think it's a great thing. Women that hate men, women that only choose terrible men, you are better off staying single forever. Do not traumatize yourself, right? Do not traumatize yourself with continuing being in the dating scene. And please don't traumatize men. All right? Don't traumatize men. Because I think traumatized women will only damage men further. So please, stay single. I'm a big supporter of it. 4M, how do you co-op live streams work here? I don't know what that means. Because I love to debate this. Yeah, YouTube doesn't allow this, right? The only thing you can do is debate within the live chat. Sadly, YouTube doesn't allow it. I tried to do this on other ways, but I don't get as much traction, right? I tried to do this on StreamYard. No one watches it. Somehow only this gets a bit more views than other ways. I agree with 2 because women are fighting for power. I agree. Women are fighting for power. Women are not fighting for equality. Not today. Not today, at least. Liam, I wouldn't say dating is easier for women, but getting laid is. Well, I didn't say relationship is easier for women, right? Dating it's part of the beginning package, right? And it'd be part of the getting laid part as well, right? Women can get dates. Women can easily get dates. The thing is that what is the outcomes of said dates? Is it relationships or just sex? That's the thing. Organic. My brother, Organic is in the house. Organic's in the house. I love it. This man is crazy. I love you, my brother. I love you. Always here with the support. Liam, really? I'm so gay, I don't give a fuck. Win-win for me. That is crazy. I would not guess it. But here's the thing where, even as someone who's outside looking in, can still see the, you know, the facts and reasons. What power does women fight for? They fight for power. I mean, like literally, women want everything a man can have: being a CEO, being a president, being the leader of a relationship. Right? Women fight for it. Right? The power to have more money than men, the power to control men, to control society. That's the power they fight for. Equal representation in garbage picking. Yeah, that's not what they're fighting for. Ashley, okay, I don't need a man. What are these points? Here's the thing. It's to argue against that. You do. No, you may choose not to be with a man, right? Right? You may choose not to be with a man in a relationship capacity. That's fine. That's up to you. But to think that you don't need a man that has created the phone you're using, the house you're living in, the electricity you're using, the water you're using. I mean, again, society is created and maintained by men. So we need men, right? Women need men. We definitely need each other. Yeah, I mean, again, at the end of the day, whether you choose to be with men or not, that's up to you, Ashley. Right? I mean, I think you should. I mean, because again, we always negate protection, but men have created a society where you can call the police. You can outsource your protection. I mean, you can outsource everything nowadays. So, you know, you can outsource everything nowadays. But, you know, how's society going to live when we don't want each other? Look at that. See, Ashley agreed with me. Comes in disagreeing, but comes out agreeing. I love it. I love it. I agree, Elise. Okay, but men need women just as much. I agree. What I've been saying is that for years, if not decades, men are not out here screaming to the rooftop, creating videos on social media and saying men don't need women. Men are not saying that. Men have always known that they need women. But for years, if not decades, women are screaming they don't need men. Right? I'm strong. I'm independent. I don't need no man. Women have been screaming that for years. It's not the same for men. Men are not out here screaming they don't need women. Men know it. I love it. Ashley said, I don't need a man, but men aren't bad. I love them. They deserve respect too. I love that. My sister, amazing words. I agree. I mean, if you don't need a man in your life, that is up to you. I'm a big supporter of if women want to stay single, they should stay single forever. I'm a big supporter of it. Dizzy's spouting some amazing shit right here. Being single is mostly based on male labor protection. You could say if there were no men, you would need no man to remain single, but there would still be bears. Dizzy is speaking some mad facts. Again, we neglect the fact that men have civilized the world for women. Men have made the world much safer for women. Right? Men have controlled nature so women can go about the world without a whole lot of worries. Codependency doesn't have a gender. I guess so. Organic, correct. They are hard workers and deserve the recognition. Ashley said they are hard workers and deserves the recognition, but it's sad how most women will say those things, yet depending on their dads and boyfriends. Here's that thing, right? We neglect the men in our lives. I think we need to stop promoting a society where we don't need each other. We should stop promoting a society where we don't need each other. Stop letting your traumas dictate how you view each other. Yes, it's okay to be gay. No one's saying that it's, that you shouldn't. I mean, if you are, you are. Stammy, my brother. Thank you for being here. Man, what a disingenuous list. What's disingenuous with it, right? Jack, what is disingenuous with the list? Again, it's just prompts, right? Topics that, if you want, we can go back and forth on. If you disagree with it, we can have a chat. Let's have a chat. Do you think that you guys are beneath them? I don't know. Okay, Jennifer, what do you mean by number 4? Okay, so I don't think that modern day women have the temperament nor mindset for traditional relationships, right? I don't think modern day women have the temperament, the mindset, okay, personality or whatever to deal with traditional relationships. The structures of traditional relationships. I think most average people are better fit they are better fit for 50-50, i.e., I mean 50-50 as in we both contribute financially, we both take care of the house equally as possible, we both take care of the kids as equally as possible. That is what I mean by number 4, right? I don't think that women can handle, most women, right? Most women, I don't think most women can handle the traditional dynamics. Okay, with men as the household, men the leaders of the household, all that shit. Okay, I don't think so. And I would say this, right? I don't think men can handle the power of leading a family, right? I don't think power can corrupt. Right? I don't think women can handle being told what to do. I think it's better of a partnership, right? Instead of a leadership. So that's what I mean, Jennifer. Jennifer said, well, that has to do with whether or not she's working or not. The women moving themselves into the workplace made that a thing. I do agree. But here's the thing, okay? That's most women now, right? Most women desire working. And let's say this, right? Hypothetically, the women that have been working and then try to move to being traditional, now they always have a complaint, right? They always have that complaint in the back of their pockets. This man has, I gotta find myself, right? I have to find myself. I don't know what I am besides being a wife and a mother. Now women have that in the back of their pockets, right? Women have, I can't work in the back of my pockets. A man made me stop working, because I gotta be a mother, I gotta be a wife. So, hell with it. Let's just make it equal. So how can you complain if a man is contributing, man is cooking and cleaning as well, a man is taking care of his kids as well? How could you complain, right? Unless you want to be the, Corey, I agree. Feminism and liberalism has ruined Western women. I 100% agree, right? These are the outcomes. Feminism and liberalism has created women don't need men. Modern day feminism is just about seeking power, right? Feminism have created an easier dating environment for women, but a harder dating environment for men. But it's only easy because of sex. And most women don't, they don't qualify for traditional relationships. Jackram said, another disingenuous part of you list based on how you described them before. Tell me how. Tell me why. You gotta tell me why. If that's true, why did you make number 1 about women? If we should accept we need each other. Okay, here, Jackram, you said, if that's true, why did you make number 1 about women? If we should accept we need each other, why not make the statement both gender need each other? It's disingenuous. Why? I said it, right? For years, if not decades, okay? Men are not out here saying they don't need women. For years, if not decades, men have not been saying they don't need women. But for the same amount of time, for years, if not decades, women have been screaming they don't need men. Right? Men know that they need women. That's not an issue. right? I don't need to say that because men know it. That is not an issue that is happening. The issue is the propaganda that women spew that they don't need men. So that is why for number 1. Explain to me about number 4. No, I'm not misinterpreting the list. The point of the list is to be intentionally inflammatory, only to walk back. Again, nothing I walked back. I didn't walk back anything. Please tell me what I walked back. I walked back from an inflammatory statement with a slightly more reasonable take. No, I literally explained number 1 exactly. Nothing. I didn't walk back number 1. I didn't walk back number 1. I didn't walk back nothing. Okay? Jennifer, I disagree. Men do need women. Men do need women. Amanda, why is a man telling people about women? It's kind of weird, right, Amanda? So you're saying that women shouldn't be talking about men because they're women? That's ridiculous. When a woman says she doesn't need a man, she's usually saying, I don't want to date. Well, that's also ridiculous. I mean, you are free to not date a man all you want. You are free to not date a man all you want. But I still think that's ridiculous, right? In a society where we need each other, if we don't need each other, society goes extinct. So that is also a stupid point of view to really push out. Prem, it's not propaganda. Women rule. I mean, it's free to think about. I mean, it's all good. If you don't need one, that's all good, right? I'm a big supporter of women staying single forever, but that still doesn't help society, right? It doesn't help society. It doesn't do nothing for society. Men might say they need us, but for decades, they have been treating us like necessary evil. I disagree. Again, no one forced you to pick the men you choose. So that is wrong. There's plenty of good men out there. You just don't choose them. Okay, Jack said if I was around during the secession of the South, it would be really wild to say the South needs us instead of the more accurate statement, America is stronger as a group when we are united. Okay, I guess. I mean, I think that was ridiculous. I mean, seriously, I think that's ridiculous. One applies blame, the other doesn't. When you are pressed on number 1, you default to the second argument, but you start with no. I think that's ridiculous. That's not right at all. Right? Your statement, I don't agree with. So whether you disagree or not, whether you agree or not, well, that's up to you. I don't think your analogy really fits, in my opinion. But Jack, you're free to have that. Bad Santa, not everybody has to be with people. You can be an individual. You do not have to be with anybody to have a successful life. And everybody's not going to do that anyway. Bad Santa, I don't disagree, right? I don't disagree, but it should not be a mentality of the masses, right? Being alone is fine. It's not like I'm saying don't be alone or I'm fighting against it, but that is not a generally good mentality to have as a species of people, of any species, right? You point are wrong. Ta, what point is wrong? I'm down for talking. You need to just get debate panels going sometime. Stammy, I would love that, but again, I don't get a whole lot of traction when I have call-in shows. I don't get many people jumping in. I don't know why. I mean, I would love it where people would come on and let's have a conversation, but explain why it's incorrect then. Because I didn't really understand what you mean by this. I mean, like the secession thing, the South thing. Okay? Because was the North saying that they don't need the South? Did the North say they don't need the South? Because I don't think that. I don't think that was right. And plus, I don't know. I really don't agree with it. I can tell this is a get no play live. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you think so. Right now, 22 viewers, right? I love it. Right? I love you guys. So, see, I love it. What Ashley says. I really think they should stop saying we don't need men. Everyone needs each other. If we were alone, we would never have gotten to this point. Exactly. Like, I explained why I thought you were wrong. Well, I don't agree with your explanation, and I don't quite understand it because, again, I don't think the North said they didn't need the South. Zay, modern feminism helps men as well. Please explain. I would love to know. Please explain. K-pop babe, thank you for being here. I want a guy who's all right with helping me like do the basic house chores without saying it's feminine. There are plenty of men like that, right? Plenty of men that are out here that would help with doing basic house chores. And that is why I believe 50-50 is correct. Bro, Myron Gaines has never been married, got dumped by his previous girl, and has lived off of the taxpayers. Don't repeat his stupidity. Better content to make than Mark. Literally, I don't agree with not getting married, right? And there's plenty of men that has been dumped by girls before. Majority of women are the ones to dump men, right? Majority of women are the ones to break up relationships. And has lived off of taxpayers. Do you hate people who have government assistance then? I mean, I think that's ridiculous. I mean, that's kind of a stupid statement. I mean, unless you hate people who live off of government assistance or get help from government assistance, that's a ridiculous statement. Diaz says men are taught to be providers of the family, yet to this day, millions of women around the world are still taught by moms to always have their own money, just in case. Why? Because not every woman will find a man. Not every woman will find a man. Not every woman will find the right man. So that is why. Not every woman will find a man, and not every woman will find the right man. You know, that's a cross you have to bear. Men are also oppressed by the patriarchy, being pressured to perform at their highest, being told to keep their feelings to themselves. Modern feminism aims to dismantle the system which I think that's wrong. I don't think so. Modern feminism they support a lot of the atrocities that happen to men. Modern feminism, because here's the thing, right? Just modern feminism, you say that it supports men to be more in touch with their emotions. You would say that, but the men that are in touch with their emotions are not predominantly the men that have women. So to say that, let's say, modern feminism supports men to be more in touch with their emotions, but it doesn't show that predominantly the men that are in touch with their emotions are the ones to have or be in relationships. I'm referring to American, right? America, that's it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't live in Europe, so I don't really know what how European culture is. Right? I don't know. I'm not. I would be speaking on ignorance. Right? I've never even watched a video about European life. So yeah, I'm not speaking on European women or European life. I'm not. What are you? Chris says, "What are you, MGTOW or one of the pills?" Doesn't really matter, right? You can decide whatever I am. It don't really change that. You know, we're just having a back and forth. You know, if you have a thought, idea, let's talk. If you have a disagreement, let's have a conversation. Amanda, I understand. I mean, this is a thing where look at right. You say it's lonely. This is the problem where I hate that. I want more people to not be living life alone, right? I think it's some people can deal with it. Some people are fine with it. I think it's not healthy, right, for most people to live a lonely life. I think there are good people out there that are just not being picked, right? I think there are good people out there that's just not being picked. So I don't want people to be alone. Ordinary person, what's up? What's up? Thank you for being here. People do need each other. People do need each other. And that's the thing where I don't want to promote the division, right? I believe women need men and men need women, right? I believe feminism is hurting that connection. Because I also believe that feminism promotes women don't need men, right? And that is why when Zay said that feminism helps men, I don't believe that, because feminism is a big supporter of women don't need men. Mega Man, what's up, bro? America has no community. It sucks. I've been all over the world. It's not just feminism. It's everything in the U.S. I mean, I don't disagree, right? America promotes individualism, right? America doesn't promote family unity. So I definitely agree, right? But here's controversial. Controversially, I think it's feminism. I think feminism, the start of feminism, has pushed us to be more individualistic, right? I think the start of feminism has pushed us to be more individualistic instead of family or community oriented. Matthew, what's up, my brother? Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, Matthew. Naomi, God made the rules, so follow them. Okay. No debate against God's order. Okay. Cool. Another incel telling women what they need. Beer, if you think that, you think that, right? Literally, I'm not talking about I can't get women. So I'm not spouting incel rhetoric, but if you say so. Right? You have the right to your opinion. Mega Man, back in the day, loser dudes could get wives through the church or community, but now no community, no wives. Now capitalism takes over. Only the strong survive. I mean, I can see that point. But to say loser dudes, okay, I guess. Prove your God exists before telling people what it thinks. I don't believe in God. I'm not a religious person, so I don't know if that statement is towards me. A man will a man will recklessly and intentionally lie, break another woman's heart, but keeps their sisters under a tight guard. They can be a walking contradiction. Here's the thing. You are equating that's the same type of man, right? You are equating that's the same man. I mean, could be, but again, I don't think that's all the time, right? But here's my thing. Diaz, I don't know about Europe, but is anyone forcing you to pick the man you pick? Is anyone forcing you to pick the man that you pick? Why don't you pick the man that wouldn't be like that? Sadly, you don't. So you can't really say it like that. Matthew said, just finishing up another 16-hour shift, not to kick up the shop and go home. Oh, lock up the shop. My brother, hardworking, I love it. On that grind. Mad support, my brother. Mad support. Corey, the game is rigged against men. Courts are not on men's side. I do agree with that. Corner. If feminism never existed, women would not be able to vote, own properties, or work. Question: are you traditional? Here's the thing, right? Let's go for the first thing, right? Women have always worked. Women have always worked, right? They work different jobs, but they have always worked. In some cases, women were able to own properties, But again, right? Great. Feminism gave women more rights or equal rights. That's literally not necessarily the prompt, right? Modern feminism, right? I don't disagree. I don't disagree with the history, right? If yes, feminism gave women those or concrete to those, right? Definitely gave women the right to vote. But again, am I traditional? I like to skirt the line, right? I can be traditional, or I can be 50-50. It just depends on the women I'm with. I mean, I've been traditional with some women. I've been 50-50 with the others. Jack said yes. The North didn't say they. What? The North didn't say they didn't need the South, because it would be dumb if they did. The analogy is a hypothetical. If not a hypothetical world, if the North applies your world view, both the genders, to do anything. What? No. Again, like Jack, I think you're not interpreting my logic correctly, right? The premise is faulty, and you are trying to deny the logic of my argument without properly identifying why it's this. Because, like I said, right, your analogy is not fitting into my example. I've said this. Men have not been saying, right, for years, men are not saying, and men have said they need women, right? Men are not acting, right, acting like they don't need women. For years, if not decades, men have not said nor acted like they don't need women, right? For years, men have not said nor have they acted like they don't need women. Yet, for years, if not decade, women have acted and or said they don't need men. So your analogy does not fit with mine. Epic. It's just, if you want to have a debate, if you want to have a conversation, if you're bored, you want to have a back and forth, if you're bored, you want a bit back and forth, have some fun, let's talk. Why is your layout so bad? You're covering half your point. Again, I was just talking, right? Now you can see it. Okay, let's play this out. The South literally acted like the South didn't need the North and went to war over it. Women equal South, men are North. Okay. Okay. What's the point of your analogy? Right? The South literally acted like the South didn't need the North and went to war over it. Well, again, I think we are heading that way, right? So women, right? Women are acting like they don't need men. Well, we are seeing problems to it, right? Women are acting like they don't need men. We are seeing problems. I'm not saying that men are going to go to war with women, right? But we are seeing problem with it. We have a low marriage rate. We have a low birth rate. We are seeing that. Hell, in South Korea, they are not producing kids to compensate for their, aging population. So there are countries that are seeing a faster results to it. I'm not saying that men are going to war with women, but we are seeing a divide. No, you are pivoting. The reason I brought up the analogy is to point out that your list is disingenuous. If the North used your worldview that you showed in the list, we would be fucked. No, we wouldn't. Right? We wouldn't. Like I said. Okay? Like I said. If the North kept on saying that, no, we did need the South. Right? If the North kept saying that, no, we do need the South. The South is saying that we don't need you. Well, what's going to happen? Well, we're going to have destruction. right? We are going to and we're seeing that right now. I literally said we are seeing the results of women saying they don't need men, right? We're seeing the results of that now. So the North is saying that no, you do need us. You do need us, right? And hell, let's say this, right? The results of that Civil War. Guess what? The results of that Civil War, boom, end of slavery. The result of the Civil War, boom, the unification of America. So really, your analogy, well, shows just literally show you that the pushing of we don't need one side is not a good thing. I mean, could be, right? Like Aziz said, maybe sex in South Korea is considered uncouth and rude. I guess. President of Antifa, trash channel. I mean, you are free to go. No one forces you to stay. Bro, if you didn't have the South, we wouldn't be. If we didn't have the South, we wouldn't be fucked. Think. What the hell are you talking about? If we didn't have the South? Are you kidding me? This is the thing where you say if we did so your analogy might as well say if we didn't have women. We're not living in a world where there wouldn't be no women, there wouldn't be no men. So that's such a weird ass fucking statement. You are not connecting what I'm saying at all. Engage with the point I'm making. Your point you're making is weird as shit. The South provides the majority of our food, dumbass. Yes, through fucking slavery, you idiot. Right? Their means of production wasn't a good thing for America. So we changed it. I mean, like literally, now what a fucking idiot. Is it? I'm pretty sure the Civil Rights Act changed it. To this day, without slavery, our agricultural boom. Well, okay, now you know. I don't. Whatever. Actually, anyone who advocates for slavery. Is it still in the Constitution? Oh shoot, Travis, you're right. Chat GPT said yes, a form of slavery is still allowed in the U.S. Constitution. It appears in the 13th Amendment, which abolishes slavery except as punishment for crime. Okay, well, criminal, right? Criminal slavery. Okay, I get it. Okay, I get that part. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't think about that. I mean, yeah, okay, I can understand that. Literally, what real world logic? You literally just made up some shit, right? You talk about the South. You gave a hypothetical scenario. It's not what real world logic are you talking about? I provided an analogy that for this, and again, your analogy did not fit with my point of view. Your analogy wasn't no. In the same way that if the North phrased the uniting of the South and North again as the South needs us is dumb. That is stupid, right? That is stupid. Because here's the thing. For the America we had today, we needed each other. Yeah, your analogy sucked. Bro, you see there's dozens of other comments, right? I mean, and then you kept on going back and forth, right? I mean, like, literally, I mean, like, if it doesn't really. How are women oppressed? Thank you for being here, guys. Please like the stream. Please like the stream. It helps. It helps. Okay, I mean, like, Jack, if you think what I wrote is disingenuous, cool, right? I mean, like, to be honest, whatever, cool. I mean, like, it doesn't really change the fact of what I said, right? We need each other like how the North needs the South. The issue is that isn't. But like, I don't get the result of your. What is the result of your analogy? Okay, the North needs the South needs the North. We need each other. Okay, I mean, like, you would. Are you saying that? I don't know. If the North said, "Oh, we need to unify instead," you think the South would love that statement? Or there would be less. I mean, like, it's kind of ridiculous. That's why your analogy is stupid. Are you saying that if the North reworded their, I don't know, stance, the South would accept them more? That's stupid, my brother. Yeah, I was trying to go Super Saiyan, right? I thought, try and do Super Saiyan. Big anime fan. Yeah, guys, please don't be so. Please don't be disrespectful to each other, right, guys? Please don't be disrespectful to each other. Let's just have a conversation. I'll give a single compliment. I do like to hear. Jack, thank you. Respectful, right? It's respectfully disagree. We can respectfully disagree. We can have a respectful conversation. All right? I respect you guys. Even Jack, right? Who I disagree with, or we have a back and forth. respectfully, I disagree, or we have a difference of opinions. E. Noel. Women have been historically oppressed, yes. Even though it is less so today, the freedom we have has not given freely. I mean, do I disagree that women have been oppressed? I don't, right? But I also agree. I also think that we can't negate that. You know, it's just how society is. There's been men that have been oppressed. It's just how the world is. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Hook. I agree. All these buildings, appliances, resources are provided by men. Yes, I agree. Mr. Unapologetic. I'm an artist by the name of Kush Andrini. Stopping by to show your chat some love. I love it. Thank you. Nah, we agree. Jack said, nah, we agree. You just won't concede. I can't concede because I don't find it logical, right? I don't find it logical. So, because even with your analogy, you're saying that if the North, you know, reworded what they said, that would make the South concede without a civil war? Yeah, that don't make sense. You gotta be Filipino. You remind me of a buddy of mine. He was rotund too. Love rotund, bro. That's insultful, but I don't mind, right? I don't mind the insults. There were men who were oppressed for being men. Yeah, no, there were. You think that you're telling me the slaves? Let me say this, right? Do you believe that men were never oppressed? Yes, there were men. There are plenty of men that were oppressed. Just because what they're weaker, they were being conquered. It's like, again, I don't think that. In my opinion, I don't think that women were oppressed because they're women. I think women were oppressed because they're weaker, right? In this world, the strong usually oppress the weak. That's how the world we live in. I doubt it, right? Jackie said no, it would make the South less likely to press on without any idea of reconciliation. Now you are strawmanning me. No, after I compliment. No, the hair. Thank you for the hair compliment, my brother. Thank you for the hair compliment. I respect the, your viewpoints. I'm just saying that I don't, I don't agree with your analogy, but I respectfully don't agree. Just talking. Why not, Demi? Just talking, right? If you're bored, let's talk. If you're bored, we're talking. That's it. To be honest, I mean, you argued that oppression doesn't have favorites. I mean, I don't really, I'm not into playing victim Olympics, right? Do you have trouble dating women? No, I don't. Jesus Christ, I don't really have trouble. I'm just not actively in the dating market. I'm trying to improve. I'm trying to focus on, other things besides just women. I should cool it down with the hair. What are you talking about? I thought, going Super Saiyan was pretty cool, right? I was bored, right? When I'm bored, I do whatever. Well, I mean, that's why I say modern day feminism. No, Noel. Sorry if I butcher your guys' names, right? I'm not good with names. But again, I don't believe feminism today is pointless because we have pretty much equal rights across the board. Sounds like you got touchisms too. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Again, it's just a prompt, right? I'm saying that it is harder. It is, again, these are just, I'm not just, these are just ideas we could talk back and forth on, right? I'm saying that dating is harder for men. You know, it's a fact of life. You set these questions up like you're a victim. Really? Which one is the victim? I mean, if you think he's a victim, then I'm not crying about them, right? I'm not crying about these questions. I'm just setting up so, Jack, you're stoned too, huh? Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you everyone for being here. If you guys, don't mind the support, please sub. Amanda, thank you for being here. Thank you for showing the love. Thank you for showing the love. Thank you for being here. Is it victim complaints? I mean, it's just topics we could talk about. I mean, here's the thing. If every conversation there's you can't see that, someone would probably think, someone is a victim. So it happens. Yes, feminism is pointless. Laughing man, what's up, my brother? Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Guys, please show some, if you guys don't mind, please show some support. Please like the live. Please check out the channel. Please subscribe if you guys could. I don't think women are oppressed because of their ability to produce children. I think they're oppressed generally because they're the weaker gender. I mean, could be. I'm not saying that all cases. I mean, there's no cases like that. I mean, there probably is, but I think it's generally because they are the weaker. They are the weaker gender. Bye, Amanda. Thank you for being here. Laughing man, I would never try. I would never try to get rid of you. I mean, Roots, I don't disagree, right? Humans are oppressed by capitalism. I think humans can be oppressed by, their greed. Jack, I can't understand, right? But okay. Well, you gotta check out my second channel, right? I don't have a call-in. I don't do call-ins on this channel. Check out my second channel. I do a call-in, right? A call-in on Wednesday. So tomorrow. I do a call-in on Wednesday. You want to debate on this list? We can. All right? So check out my second channel. It's in what the fuck? If you guys ever want to, you know, debate me, go on my second channel. We could do a live, we could do a call-in, right? That is my link to my second channel where I do a call-in show every Wednesday. I do a call-in show every Wednesday. We can talk about anything. I'm always down for a debate, a conversation, right? I'm always down for it. So if you guys want, please, I know, Laughing Man, I know you disagree with it. You want to be traditional. I get it. Disability Coon. No, I don't really. No, I take women out. I've never had a woman have to do that, so I don't know. Corbin, why would you disagree with it then? Right? If you're dating a woman, then you don't think women need men? That don't make sense. And you said she works just as hard as I do in our relationship. Then why wouldn't you think 50-50, right? I mean, number 4 is that they shouldn't be doing traditional relationships. Date whom likes you. I agree 100%. I agree. I don't know. You think if majority of men agree that women need men, those are the okay. I mean, if you think so, I mean, because you think about the opposite. I don't know, but whatever. I mean, if you think so. Debbie, this is a misogynistic viewpoint. Misogynistic that women need men. Where's the hate of women in that? Why are you trying to blame all your problems on women? What problems am I blaming? I mean, literally, you said nothing, right? Show me the one where it's hateful towards women. Please show me. Or are you just spouting crazy? Right? Probably just spouting craziness. Neither. You literally did not do anything to change my viewpoint. I mean, I respected you, and I like you more for complimenting my hair, but I mean, I still respect you for disagreeing. Again, I don't change my viewpoint just because people call me names or compliment me. That's not how it works. Again, that's just not my. That's not the type of person I am. So I could give a shit if you compliment me or
Thank you for charging.
I actually support you either or, right? Even if you insult me, troll me, hate me, disagree with me, I don't care. So who are you more likely to talk to? The person who calls you a name or me? Is it the same? No, of course. Jack, I believe you were more respectful, right? I mean, I believe you created more respectful dialogue, which that's why I respect you more. I respect you more, Jack. John, I disagree with 4. What will women do that matches a man's protecting her? I mean, like, again, I mean, it's not like I'm telling you not to be traditional. I just think that modern day women, they don't have the mindset or the temperament for traditional relationships. It is better off to have a equal partnership. So providing room for engagement from an adversary makes me more likely that you would engage further. What? Providing room for engagement from an average. Yeah, I mean, like, again, uh, you know, having a respectful conversation creates a better environment, right? But I mean, I still wouldn't shirk away people who are very hostile. It will make for fun videos too. So it is what it is. But I prefer the more toned down, respectful conversations. Like me not pushing you away and just calling you a bad person doesn't make you want to shut me out. Okay, yeah, I mean, if we're not calling each other names, then hopefully we are having a more civil conversation. This is the thing where if we start calling each other names and you know saying anything that might be conceived of as hateful or hurtful, it will just lead down a very nasty path. Or applying misplaced blame when we need each other too. What's the misplaced blame? Am I okay, Jack? Tell me, right? Do you agree or disagree? Right? Jack, please tell me. Do you agree or disagree that women have said they don't need men? I mean, do you agree or disagree? Because am I just making it up, or is that true that women in general, in mass, have said that? Particularly, it's a social media propaganda push. Corbin, I don't think women need men. I grew up in a single mother household. She didn't have a husband, boyfriend, no support system. She did everything she could by herself to provide. I don't disagree, but here's the thing. Would the household be better if it was a two-parent household? Probably would, right? I mean, if she had more support, you think that your childhood might have been better? I mean, it has been a fact. It is a fact that two-parent households do better than a single-parent household. So you may think that a woman don't need a man, but it doesn't show in the statistics, right? Two-parent household do better than single-parent households. Varera. I don't know what 4 means, but first 3 are absolutely correct. That's fine too. It should be women need men and men need... Jack came in. It should be women need men and men need women. The rest of this I can agree with. Here's the thing. I said this to Jack a lot of times, right? Jack Rom. Again, I don't know about you, but for the last couple years, if not decades, men are not out here saying they don't need women. Men are not screaming, not pushing the idea that they don't need women. It is women that are pushing out the idea, the propaganda, they don't need men. Men are not saying they don't need women. That is not something that... What man is saying that? Okay? I mean, the vast majority of men don't believe that, nor do they say that. Okay, let's engage with the thought a little more. What are the real world actions of women who do this? Here's the thing, right? Marriage rates are down. Birth rates are down. I think Goldman Sachs did a study a while back that by 2030, more women than ever, 45% of women will be single and childless. You're seeing the results of it. You're seeing the results of it. Hell, you've seen the results of it, let's say in South Korea. They have a dangerous low birth rate, right? They are not producing, children to offset the amount of people, right? They have a low marriage rate, a low birth rate. You are seeing the result of women not needing men, not believing they need men. Why are you saying that? My guy, are they just screaming their truest desire into the void? Is that how you read the sentence? No. I see it through action, right? women that believe this, well, they're going to go about life believing it. I'm not saying men saying that often or commonly. It's just that when you only put one side, it makes the debate seem a little skewed to the opposing side, which puts you at a disadvantage. Here's the thing, right? You said, I mean, again, Jack, you can say that, right? When you only put one side, it can make the debate seem a little skewed to the opposing side, which puts you at a disadvantage to begin with. What do you mean put me on an opposing side, right? It is true that women are pushing it. I mean, again, men aren't saying it. You haven't made a connection between those two ideas. The women who say they don't need men are not the same women refusing to have children. In South Korea, for example, multiple women have made the active choice to not romantically involve themselves with men because a lot of men there have values they do not agree with. Doesn't that, again, how does that not show you that maybe, I mean, again, it's like we're not doing a survey, right? We're not doing a survey, but there could be a correlation. So women don't view that these men have the same values. They probably don't need these men, right? They probably viewing that they don't need men. Again, I mean, these are general assumptions, right? General assumptions. Okay, it's not like I'm going to every woman and asking her or doing a survey, right? But we're seeing results of a mindset by women who say they don't need men, or a propaganda, right? An ideology pushed out saying that you don't need men. Well, this is what results you're getting. Not because they don't think they should ever engage with a man ever. But don't you think you don't need women who don't share your values? I should. Here's the thing where you said, but don't you think you don't need women who don't share your values? I should. But then I'm not promoting that I don't need women, right? Again, you gotta think, right? My thing is more the propaganda, right? The propaganda of it. Okay. When you go a generation, when you do generations or like hours, years of a propaganda saying, I'm strong, I'm independent, I don't need no man, right? Years of this propaganda. You don't think that's affecting anything? I mean, the effectiveness of propaganda is widely known, right? I mean, people use, this is a thing where you can see the power of suggestion, right? You can see the power of suggestion. We have people eating pod, like liquid detergents, right? We see people in New York, kids riding, trains. I mean, you see the power of suggestion. You see the power of the internet. You see the power of propaganda. So it happens. Say my comment louder. But don't you think you don't need women who don't share your views? Again, like I said, okay, there is power to propaganda. Well, part of it, not a lot of that target audience would be women. Now, that statement may make a lot of women feel targeted, and you don't want your audience to feel targeted because they get defensive. I mean, here's the thing where if you get defensive by that viewpoint, you most likely probably believe it, right? And I've gotten let me say this, right? Jack, Cayman. I mean, the women that are defensive against it, they literally are the ones who say they don't need men. I mean, if you look at the chat, the people who are defensive against it are either the women that don't say they don't need men or the men that just don't like how it's worded. I mean, grow up. If you don't like how things are worded, I mean, whatever. And when somebody gets defensive, they are significantly less likely to listen. I mean, here's my thing, right? If you are easily emotional, cool, that's up to you. My thing is that if I can have a civil discourse, if you want to ask me my opinions, because again, these are 4 different prompts, right? I can't have an essay for each of them. So take a little time, ask if you want, right? Again, it's a back and forth thing. How we word things is a look into how we view and value things. Dismissing that is foolhardy. Again, if you focus, this is a thing where, do you not understand how titles of of literature works, right? There articles, right, have titles. Newspaper articles, magazine art, like everything has a title, right? It has a title. You seem like a literate person, so you would understand how titles work, right? How prompts work. I'm not going to have an essay for each prompt. And this is the thing where I can't, this is kind of funny. I've learned from doing content creating, you cannot satisfy everyone, right? When doing content creating, you cannot satisfy everyone. I had some people say, "Oh, why is your prompt so long? I can't read it all." And then other people say, why is your prompt not detailed enough?" That's the internet. You cannot satisfy everyone, right? So, hell, I would at least thank you that, even if you disagree or even if you want clarification, you sticking around, asking questions, hell, that's not a bad thing. Yes, I'm responsible for how people interpret it. That's why I explain it. But if you want to change their minds, you should be opening their minds, not getting them to instinctively close it. I'm generally trying to give advice as someone that studied debate theory thoroughly. Here's the Cayman. All right, Cayman, you may study debate theory, thoroughly, but have you studied content creating? Right? Have you studied content creation? Because again, I could have a long ass, a very detailed, title or whatever, but that doesn't make people want to stay around and read it. Okay? Again, you cannot satisfy everyone. Mega Man. Again, everything in life, Mega Man. These debates are on gender won't get you laid. Everything in your life shouldn't be about getting laid. Do not let lust control you. If everything you care about, everything you do in life is about getting laid, you need to think about, you need to control your lust. Right? Be more disciplined, my brother. Be more disciplined. Everything in life shouldn't be about getting laid. I mean, if you think that every content creator is a grifter, that's up to you, right? There are many debate changes with more malicious prompts, and they do well. The point is, do you believe in the inflammatory list? I mean, if you believe it's inflammatory, well, because here's the thing, right? Women do say it. Okay, women actually vehemently say it. So whether you think it's inflammatory or not, I'm not here to coddle women. I'm not here to coddle women that say they don't need men, right? I'm not here to cater to women that say they don't need men. If you are going to get triggered, right, by the rhetoric that women say they don't need men, okay, well then, you are triggered and you are too emotional to have a conversation. Should be on, the pivots are spectacular. I'm glad you like it. You dodged the question. You're a beautiful dancer. If you love the dancing, awesome. Because if you do, then the whole thing Cayman was saying is irrelevant because you're just saying your belief. What is this not my beliefs? I mean, I don't understand what you're talking about. I mean, well, honestly, I mean, you could think that, right? How did you dodge with a Betty like that? Tubbs should be a ninja. If you say so. I love the trolls. I don't mind the haters. Glad you respect the hustle. Answer the question. Which question? I mean, like seriously, like you think I'm gonna read everything you guys say? Rewrite your question. I mean, like you said a bunch of things and I read it, but I don't know which one you want. Do you believe in the inflammatory position expressed by your list? I don't. What do you talk? I mean, no, I don't believe it's inflammatory. I don't believe it. I'm not asking you if you think it's inflammatory. Okay, what the hell are you asking me for? If you're asking me that, do I think it's not inflammatory? Literally, this is what I'm thinking. I mean, like, I was unaware the truth was inflammatory. How's that inflammatory? Saying the Earth circles the sun is inflammatory? How the hell is that, bro? I mean, like, if you find anger from it, or I don't know, if you get triggered, right? If you get triggered by it, Michelin, I'm glad you do. Sir, no argument should be loud and angry. Okay, I mean. Roots, thank you, thank you. Lonzo, you're triggered by your I'm triggered by your statement. I mean, if you're triggered by it, I'm down for having a conversation with it. Like, wasn't Galileo charged by the church for arguing that the earth circled the sun? It's inflammatory, but not untrue. Me calling you inflammatory isn't saying you're incorrect. I mean, here's the thing, right? I mean, Jack, you got to also think about this, right? There could be anyway. Let's say hypothetically, right? Even if I put, oh, men need women, women need men, maybe that would be inflammatory to some feminists, where they say that we don't need each other, right? I mean, could you not see that kind of scenario? What if I said that women need men, men need women, and yet some very devout feminists who believe that we don't need each other, wouldn't she find that inflammatory? I mean, that can happen. So you cannot always gear your, I don't know, how you go about life to cater to every single person, right? So I don't need to cater how I go about things for every single person who finds something, who gets triggered by every little thing. So, yeah, I don't know. Mega Man, what would you think? What would you call your tribe? What would your tribe consist of? What was the ideology of your tribe? Handy girl. I mean, please tell me why you disagree. Please tell me why you disagree. Sure, but this issue isn't about if it is or isn't considered inflammatory. It is socially, otherwise you wouldn't write it the way you did. You admit your part of the reason you wrote it is this. Whether I didn't admit it is inflammatory, right? I admitted that this is the rhetoric, this is a ideology, this is a viewpoint that women push around, right? Right? The statement that women don't need men is a statement that women push around. So that is the counteracting to it. But again, like I said, I mean, I'm not here to cater to every different people's I don't know, sensitivities. If it's, I'm asking if you believe in this as true. So you asking if I believe in this list as true? I do. I do believe women need men. I do believe modern feminism is pointless. I do believe dating for men is harder. I do believe that, you know, people, everyone should just do, women in particular, should do 50-50. Jocks! Okay? Your tribe, simple. Jocks, educated, sportsmen, open doors for girls, scholars, do stuff. Loyalty to friends, be there for your brother, and help your girl get their dreams. Okay, did you not know feminism are against that? I mean, like, literally, what do you think changed those things, right? What do you, like, Mega Man, what do you think changed those things? You didn't think jocks were a thing? Educated was a thing? You don't think feminism fought to end those things? Loyalty to friends. Okay, I mean, like, yeah, I agree. Be there for your brothers. I definitely agree. Yes, these are sensitive topic. Hence, you are literally by purpose here addressing with people's sensitive. Like I said, I'm saying I'm not addressing every single people's sensitivity. I'm not here. I mean, I'm not trying to cater to, you know, change the wordings to address every single person's sensitivity. Yes, these topics are sensitive. I never said they're not. But again, every person can be different. So if one person want me to word it one way, another person wants me to word it a different way. Again, I'm going to word it how I want to word it. And then if you have a disagreement, we can talk about it. Okay, so Jack said, where is it? Where, let me see, where is it? Jack Rom, you said, name a feminist who sought to do the thing you just said feminists tried to do. Okay. Betty Friedan attacked stereotypes that women needed men's protection. Gloria Steinman, right, criticized norms where men pay, protect, or open doors as a sign of female weakness. I'm terrible with names. All right, so does that change your viewpoint? I mean, I never said being polite is a weakness. I don't think, is that against me? No, yeah, women love to be pampered. Jack, you still alive? You asked me you asked me a question. I gave you an answer. No, it doesn't. All right, guys. Guys, thank you for all the. In the case of experience, okay, so now you move the goalpost. You, Jack, right? You're moving the goalpost. You asked me a question, right? To name feminists who did what I said. I did, and now you are moving the goalpost. Well, no. What question you follow? I literally said, those are the women that, you know, promote what I said. Then again, this is the thing where women that, you know, don't want men to do certain things, well, they have that same viewpoint. It's the propaganda, right? It's the ideology. It spreads. It literally, you know, goes back to what I said. The propaganda that women don't need men, well, it spreads. It changes women's mindset. All right, guys. Well, I mean, it probably doesn't because I knew it wouldn't, right? Most people who have, you know, their own viewpoints, they are very hard to change their own viewpoints. No, because here's the thing, right? You asked me to give you answers to it, right? I gave you answers to it. You moved the goalpost. But you know what, bro? I don't expect, you know, when having a conversation with anyone, you can change a person's viewpoint. But, guys, that is it for tonight. That is it for tonight. Guys, if you guys could, please subscribe. Please subscribe. If you guys do like the content, please subscribe. If you don't, still, thank you for being around tonight. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. You guys are amazing. You know, whether you guys agree, disagree, troll, hate, I don't care. I don't mind. You know, thank you anyway, right? Thank you for indulging in this, in, you know, little old me, right? Thank you for being here. You guys are amazing, right? Again, mad respect for even the trolls, the haters, the disagreeers. You guys are amazing. Wait a second. Your argument's flawed. Those aren't modern feminists. He didn't ask for a modern feminist, right? He asked for a feminist, right? I said modern feminism is useless. So, no, that's a feminist. He asked for feminists, and that's what I said. There's not really many, very, what is it? What do I say? Very prominent modern feminists, at least, you know, not that's making big splashes. But still, thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for being here. I didn't counter argue myself, but you know, it's good. Yes, again, but but what he was talking about, right, is not about my second prompt. Right? He wasn't talking about my second prompt because I think modern day feminism is pointless. I think modern day feminism is pointless because you're not fighting for equality anymore. Oh, you're looking for modern day women that's fighting for power? Also, what I'm saying when I say feminism is pointless is that what equality are you fighting? Right? What equality are you fighting? Women are not fighting to be, working every single job just like men, right? Women are fighting to be CEOs, to be presidents. And, well, I mean, here's the thing, Cayman. Do you agree that what's feminism fighting for right now? What rights are feminism fighting for? They're not fighting for what equality is feminism fighting for? Mega Man, later. Bye, my friend. If you say so, Jack. I mean, again, you're just a man with a strong opinion and no platform. We're different than like that. I mean, and to be honest, you could have a platform, right? All right, guys. That is it for tonight. Later, guys. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for joining. Cayman, I literally gave you, right? I literally gave you women that are fighting for power, right? Feminists that are fighting for power. Okay? And I literally said that what equal rights are feminism fighting for? So really, your college level is not really conveying through in the chat. So, but hey, It's up to you, my brother. It's up to you. Okay, guys. Later, guys. Have a good night. Have a good night. All right? What are you talking about? Do you know Catherine McKinnon is 79? She's still alive, you know that, right? She is still alive. I mean, but okay. I mean, if you say so, my brother. Later. Have a good night, guys. What? All right. Later, guys. Have a good night.